What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Chop Sports Daily, coming to you live from the Flipping Made Easy studio right here in Matawan, New Jersey. It is Sturch. It is Gooch. It is Wrestling Rob behind the glass. It is a somber day to be a New York Knicks fan. Before we get into that, I do want to say and shout out to patreon.com on a way to support the show. Patreon.com/Chop Sports. Appreciate you guys doing that. And of course, if you're watching the video, please like the video. Like what you see, like what you hear. Please do that. We appreciate you. In any event, so yesterday was fun. We went on our little bit of a Costco run. We looked like psychopaths the way we were loading up that cart. How many people pulled us over and like, "Oh, you having a party?" No, like, no, I'm going to eat 77,000 hot dogs and hamburgers. But yeah, we went out there. We had a good time. Madison helped out big time. So we appreciate her, and we expect a full crowd, a full party over on Sunday. So if you're looking forward to it just as much as us, bring some beer, bring some ice, bring some hard liquor, do whatever you want. We appreciate you guys for even RSVPing. This is the last call. I'm giving last call for alcohol right now. If you guys want to join us on Sunday, please be sure, chopsports.events@gmail.com so Ashley can finalize the list and we can get things rolling. There will be security at the door to kick you away if you don't do it. So just kidding on that one. But anyway.
And if you're wondering what to bring, if you are like thinking, hey, what should I bring, guys? I want to bring something. Just bring beer. Can never go wrong. So you don't have to ask me. For anybody that's already asked me, that's been the answer. So yeah, just bring beer. And if you don't RSVP by today, then you're required to bring beer. That was the
ruling as of yesterday. An official jurisdiction. It was officially on the rule book, section 3, column 4. Bring beer if you didn't RSVP.
And no, Ash, I'm wearing the hat because I really need a haircut.
Me too.
Yeah, well, I wear a hat because
it's haircut.
I don't like doing my hair.
Hey,
Today might be the day, actually, that I go just right off.
I feel like shit. So
can you not fucking feel like shit? We're 2 days away. Can we not? People are going to deter. Like, I'm not getting that.
Have you noticed how expensive
I'm on
haircuts?
Antibiotics, so I'm.
Have you noticed how expensive haircuts have gotten?
Well, my boy Diego is in Matawan. He's around the $35 mark for the hair and the beard. However, if you want like one-on-one service, I go to Jimmy the barber. He's about almost double that. And haircuts are not cheap anymore. I used to be able to go to Main Street Barbershop in Woodbridge and drop like $15 to get a shape up so they could do my chin strap.
$50 every 10 days.
Yeah.
Listen, but you know what though? When the girls get their hair done, it's like $300 fucking dollars. So like, no, like I'm not even going to get into all that. Like, you guys spend so much money on all your stuff between hair and eyebrows.
I'm not even entering a debate. I'm just saying, I think that the haircuts are crazy. It costs me more to get my haircut than it does for my phone bill. No question about it.
Nothing went up for barbers. You know what I mean? Like, what went up that it went from 10 to 20
Everything.
was like, okay.
Welcome to America.
I was like,
great day in America, by the way.
35, like, oh, this is like good, like $35.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Now I'm
you
like,
feel uncomfortable if
now
you're
I'm
not dropping
50s. I'm like, geez,
it's a tough situation to want to groom the face over and over again. But yeah, today might be the day that I just go, hey, bro, or tomorrow actually, I have a haircut scheduled at 12:30. I'm just gonna tell Jimmy, I'll be like, look, man, I don't feel like doing this anymore. Just goodbye.
Has your son seen you with no beard yet?
Oh no, not the beard. Beard is staying, never goes away. I'm talking about shaving the head. Like, everybody's like, I know a couple guys in the wrestling business who are like, man, you look so much more professional when you got the coif going on. You got the hair all done. I'm like, yeah, but you're the only reason why I have hair done. Like, I wear a hat everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do my hair for weddings and wrestling events and shit that like you got to look nice. Yeah. But other than that, I'm a hat guy. I've been a hat guy my entire life. And people said, if you're a hat guy your entire life, you'll lose your hair. I'm here to tell you, false. Because I have a beautiful, beautiful coif of hair.
How about them Knicks?
How about them Knicks as we go into the wonderful world of the NBA draft? And when I tell you wonderful world, it was not wonderful at all if you're a Knicks fan. But we will get into the Knicks in a second. But I will say that the top 5 of that we predicted yesterday, or at least not really predicted. Well, we kind of had like a graphic up there.
I made 0 predictions. This is what the pundits were saying. It was a guarantee. Obviously, it didn't work out that way.
It did not. So number 1 overall goes to the Orlando Magic. We knew that. Banchero goes over there as the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft. Holmgren, which, by the way, he was on like the red carpet the other day, and I put this in the group chat, in the Chop Sauce group chat. Has that guy ever seen the inside of a gym?
Probably.
He looks like he could be
he's
broken.
You should look at the way he looked
with
coming
the
out
wind
of college.
blowing the wrong way.
I mean, coming out of high school, but he's 7 foot. He grew a lot. I think eventually he'll fill out a little bit. KD was very similar when KD was coming out.
Couldn't bench 135 or something like that.
It was bad, but the NBA, he's not really going to be asked to do things down low. I don't think he's going to be more of an outside player.
Be a shooter.
Shout out to the chat, by the way. Bailey's in there, Scoop's in there, Bailey's in there. I said that twice, and JoJo Cowboy's in there, of course. Shout out to you guys for joining us each and every day at 11 o'clock. We appreciate that. Like the video right now. Bang. Hit it. Doom. Done. Like the video. Anyway, so yes, we said that Banchero, Holmgren looks like, again, one bad blow of the wind, he could break in half. Jabari Smith Jr. goes to Houston. Keegan Murray goes to the Kings. And then the guy that I thought the Knicks were in on, Jaden Ivey, goes to Detroit. Detroit had themselves a night. Here's my thing. And this is based off of watching the draft last night. So I'm like rushing to put my kids to bed. I'm like, I got to see the Knicks pick. Here we go. It's coming up. I get downstairs and I put the TV on and I see them pick. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. That's not happening. Have you ever seen anything more of a cringeworthy moment that the NBA draft put out last night? Meaning this, these kids, right? I mean, this is gonna ruin my hair here, but like they got the hat, right? They get drafted, and they're like, "Oh, so baby, New York, baby," right? And they get out there, and they're shaking the hand of Adam Silver. They get to the couch with the interviewing chick. I don't know her name. Whatever. She did a great job though. She covered it all night. But like, they sit down and they're like, "Welcome to the NBA. By the way, you've been traded." This happened 3 times within the first 15 picks.
Bro, there's pictures of Kobe in a Hornets hat.
But
it's been happening for a while.
It's been happening for a long time.
I know, but it's so bad.
I almost think there's an aspect of it that they like.
Yeah, but the one
it does
dad
make
was
for
like,
good moments,
bro.
When these guys become stars and you're like, oh man, they had a chance to have them, and they have them in a uniform, in a picture. It's
that's true. I never look at it like that.
Right, but like that, dude. I swear to God, there was one. I forget which kid it was. He gets there. He gets there and he's like,
I think it was.
He sits down and they're like, oh, by the way,
guy?
No. Maybe was the French guy's dad black? Like, was he?
Yeah,
you know what he was.
No
He's a black
because I didn't watch the draft.
He was black.
It on Twitter.
He was a black dude. His dad,
smart human.
No, but anyway,
because it's so bad.
The dad dies. They're like, oh, by the way, you're not going to New York. You're going to be going to Detroit. And the dad was like this. He was like, just completely caught off guard. And I'm like, you think for 1 second your life is about to change. You're going to the big city. Here we go. And then within seconds, that shit snatched from you because the NBA is fickle like that. I couldn't believe what I was watching some of these moments. Like, you can't even, there's no more holding up the jersey. There's no more actual hat. You just have to do like the, what's the actor from Wayne's World? The guy who only wears the
Garth?
No, not the actual fucking Rob Lowe. I don't know why I say he's from Wayne's World. He's from everything else. But I'm thinking like Rob Lowe wears the NFL hat.
Yeah, Rob Garth.
He said Wayne's World, bro.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong,
bro.
No, but
the actor Garth. That's the character.
No,
but
that is really good.
Anyway,
no,
good
party
stuff.
on.
What I'm saying is this. Like, everybody should get a hat when they get drafted and just with the NBA logo. And that's it. And like, hey, I made it to the NBA.
That's true.
You know, and then sit down, and then you want to break the news that you've been traded or dealt, or you're a worthless piece of shit and we made a mistake. Like, then you could tell them that. But like to don the colors and to sit down and get comfortable, like, I'm a Knick, and you're like, no, you're not.
I don't think that they makes them feel worthless because there's some other team that's investing a lot to get them too. It's just you're in the NBA that day.
I'm talking about the moment.
Think it shits on them.
I think
it's
the last time I saw that.
It's more cringe for the viewer. It's like secondhand embarrassment. Why are we watching this? We know things before they know it.
I know
things like that. Like the whole draft process in the NFL and in the NBA is just brutal to me. Like watching the draft on TV is one of the hardest things. You watch because, you know, you're in the NFL. I watch because I care a lot. The NBA, I don't do it to myself. It's just too bad.
And yeah,
it's too bad.
The presentation of the NBA draft. There's nobody. No matter what, you'll never compete with the NFL draft. You just won't. Like, I'm sorry, you won't. The amount of people that were there yesterday.
The NFL draft.
What is that?
Just as bad to watch.
It's
like
not because I care that much.
It is long.
That's the only reason why.
But there's also 3 nights. There's three things. You don't have to watch the day 2 and day 3.
The NBA draft is over in half the time that it takes the NFL draft's first round.
And they did 2 rounds.
Yeah.
In any event.
Also,
shout out to all these, to the moves that were made, right? Like all these trades that are happening in real time. Not one guy, Woj or the other dude, or there's a couple NBA guys that are out there that are doing their thing. Nobody knows the actual compensation for these draft picks until like hours later. And then they're like, oh, by the way, this is what the Knicks got when they traded out of the 10 or the 11, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. When I see an NFL draft trade happen, within literally nanoseconds, the graphic comes up. Eagles will receive this. They'll receive this. They'll receive this.
It doesn't.
And bang,
sometimes it'll be like a few minutes, but it
fine,
doesn't take 30.
But this shit, we were waiting for like 20 minutes.
Yesterday was like
even Kyle, who I know is an NBA advocate for everything that they do as a league, was sitting there like, dude, how do we not know yet?
Yeah.
Like, how do we not? Like, multiple first-round picks are going to the Knicks. Okay, which ones?
They had to agree.
Which ones?
Well, I feel like there's a little bit of blame has to fall on the Knicks for them just not. What were they doing,
bro?
What were the Knicks doing? I understand that
they didn't do anything. None of those picks are protected at
all. Well, no, they're
all protected.
They're all protected.
I mean, they're all protected. I mean, yeah. So it's
that's another conundrum.
If like they expire, if they fall under the protection for as many years as it takes, they can end up turning into second-round picks.
That's another conundrum that I don't understand. Like we were trying to compare it to the NFL this morning, and you said conditional. Conditionals are based on conditions, meaning I remember when Carson Wentz was dealt, you're like, oh, you'll get a third rounder if he plays 80% of snaps, but you'll get a fourth if he doesn't, right? So those are conditions. With these protected picks, bro, you just did all this wheeling and dealing, and every single pick, if it's a good pick, you don't get it. Because it's protected.
No, I mean if it's not if it's a good pick, not if it's a good pick. Because like if you get
whatever the rule is, top three, top five.
I don't know what parameters the protection falls under. I really don't. I don't know if it's just a set thing where it's like, oh, they're protected. That's an NBA standard, and there's like a rule that all protected picks are like the first two or first three, or is it just one?
I don't know.
Like their first pick with 2023 next year with Detroit, it's between 1 and 18.
Jesus Christ.
What is that? That's ridiculous.
Bro, see, that's what I'm saying.
So they have to
they got to get the 19th pick in order to get it.
So they're not picking that. They don't get the pick.
So they got to wait for Detroit to suck.
Detroit's going to be a lottery team next year. So
that's it. That pick goes away.
I don't buy that. That would be.
I had it right here.
That would be.
Give me a second. I'll get it for you.
Are you surprised?
No, not one bit.
Right,
not
at
one
all. Like, is anybody surprised?
I'm equally not surprised. Like, bro, Kemba Walker was on like a team-friendly deal. Just let him play it out.
That's another thing. They dish off Kemba Walker.
Here, you ready?
Yeah.
So final haul for the Knicks, 2023 first-round pick from Detroit. It's protected from 1 to 18 until 2024. Bro. Protected 1 through 13 in 2025. Protected 1 through 11 through 2026.
So none of this.
And then it turns into a second rounder after
protected
that year.
1 through 9, 2027. The trade with Washington. Protected 1 to 14 in 23.
So none of
1 in 12 to 24.
Right, so basically
1 in 10 to 25.
Of the moves that the Knicks made got him a top 10.
And in reality, nobody knows what they actually got yet because it's all up in the air.
Milwaukee, the trade of
Milwaukee
is only protected between 1 and 4, but Milwaukee's going to pick in the 20s, 25s anyway because they're in the playoffs.
So their protected pick means jack shit. That is unbelievable. And the fact that they dished off Kemba Walker, $8 million you're saving. The plan is now, according to multiple
$8
reports,
million is in terms of an NBA contract is next to
$1.
Nothing.
It's $1.
Evan Fournier is making like $18 million.
Right. So. Greatest contract they've ever given out, by the way.
Insane,
Evan Fournier. But what I'm saying is this: when it comes to this. The Knicks plan now, all of a sudden, this is not to discredit the top of the draft, and congratulations to all those guys that got drafted. I'm sure some of these guys look like they could be actual stars. I really looked at some of their film yesterday, and the way they present themselves on the interview and stuff like that. They look like that could be a face of the NBA. Mm-hmm. Let's go, right? Good luck for you guys. But as far as the Knicks are concerned, like your goal now is what everybody's been saying is the haul that you've gotten back, which by what Rob just explained to everybody and what everybody already kind of knew going into today was that none of these picks are of value at all. And now your target is Brunson. That doesn't make the team better at all. They have this guy on the route. They have a Brunson at home. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need Brunson. We got a Brunson at home.
I feel like it would be an upgrade, but they're still just a mediocre
Look at
team.
Quickly's numbers. They actually are better this past season, swear to God. And I looked into all this shit because I'm like, what is the big stink about Brunson? And I asked Kyle this, I asked Scoop this last night, I asked all you guys, I said, am I supposed to get excited about Brunson? The answer is no, right? And then Kyle's coming in. It doesn't make the team better. Kyle's coming back in yesterday saying, this is the process. This is the building. This is all this. I'm like, no. Because what they did last night was nothing. You walked away from the draft with nothing. Actually, no, they drafted somebody like 40th from Duke, right? The entire starting five of Duke got drafted.
My whole thing is this: like after they did the first deal, right? And they came off of, didn't the first deal allow them to do the Kemba thing? Yes. And if that was their whole objective, then when they got back in, like, wouldn't the Knicks be better off just keeping the guy that they traded away? And like, wouldn't the fans just be like, all right, whatever, we'll deal with the player, see where it goes from here. Now they just have uncertainty and potentially not even a pick for the next 2 years based off of the 11th pick this year.
Did you hear who the Knicks just hired as an assistant coach?
Who? Say it again?
The Knicks just hired someone as an assistant coach.
Who's that?
Jalen Brunson's father.
Shut the hell up.
Google it. Google works for everybody.
I like that, actually. Google works for everybody. That's a good point.
So come on, what you know? What
then it's a foregone conclusion that he's coming here, and then. But if that's your plan, there was moments in time yesterday when Kyle was trying to explain to me. And by the way, Kyle's not chiming in the chat. He's probably very busy. He's a busy guy. So Kyle Kerms is the guy I'm referring to, the sauce. He kept coming at me saying that anybody they would draft this year wouldn't see minutes on the team. Meaning, like, they just wouldn't see a role, right? And I agree.
I just think that he was trying to justify it because at the end of the day, he's like, all right, I think he was clinging to something, but Kyle understands that the Knicks kind of fucked up, but it could work out. Like, it's their plan, maybe, but I don't know how that plan's going to work.
Nothing they did last night.
Like 30 years.
All right, now hear me when I say this. Nothing the Knicks did last night with all the wheeling and dealing and the Kemba Walker dismissal and all this other shit. Nothing improved their 2022 stock right now.
Same exact team. So where am I building? And don't tell me they're going to go and get Brunson and be like, that's the Fournier splash of this year.
I have an idea.
So you're essentially punting on 2022. Don't tell me different.
No.
Every team that goes out there should be competing for a championship.
Did you see Kyrie's list of teams?
Oh, fucking A.
There's no punting involved in basketball, Dave.
Shift that shit. Go ahead. Shift it over to the next graphic. Kyrie, all of a sudden, Kyrie Irving,
his list of 6 teams out.
Please.
I don't even know who the teams are, but I know the Knicks are on it.
I'll tell you right now.
And that's all anyone's going to talk about.
Tell you right now. Okay. And I know that Scoop has already said, you can't do it, dude. Can't just leave us like that. No. If the Knicks, hear me now, June 24th, 11:18 in the morning. If the Knicks land Kyrie Irving, I am done as a Knicks fan.
I pray, bro. Done. I pray. I've never wanted anything more in my life.
You want to hear the teams?
There's the list of teams.
Lakers, Clippers, Knicks, Heat, Mavs, Sixers. Why would you go back to the Sixers with Harden over there?
That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
like, that's that's where I want to go.
Well,
no, you're not welcome there, by the way.
Nets to pay him. I mean, everybody understands
it's all drama. The Sixers are just thrown in there to be like,
stir the pot.
Shit.
Ooh, what do they got?
You could ask exactly what you just did. Like, why the Sixers? So we could talk about something that's never going to happen.
Here's the thing.
But I just, you don't, this is also no improvement to the culture of the Knicks. Because what are you getting when you get a guy like Kyrie Irving? First of all, it's going to cost you a lot.
Look at dumbass in the comments saying, no team, no cred. I feel like having no team almost gives you more cred when you're talking a sport because you just have zero bias. Yeah, no, in a way, I think that no dog in the race type deal gives you more of a clear head. I don't care. Agree with Jimmy at all. I'm rooting for the Knicks to get Kyrie just because I want to see Dave fucking squirm about the Knicks and be like, damn, do I really have to not be a Knicks fan anymore?
But how crazy?
But where's the logic? Why would I continue to root for a team that continues to just ruin their own culture?
You picked them in the beginning.
I did. I picked them in the beginning, but they've done nothing for me, right? And I would never do this about the Cowboys, and I would never do this about the Yankees. But the Knicks, for whatever reason, are like team 4 on my 4 major sports, to be honest with you, because it goes Cowboys, Yankees, Rangers, Knicks.
Hey, bro. I'm not here to question anybody's fanhood.
I know you're not, but I'm telling you that the Knicks,
whatever you decide, I support you.
You want to bring Kevin Durant to the Knicks? Come on, one of the best players in the world. Come on, you want to bring an aging LeBron James to the Knicks? I'm all for it. You want to bring on a resurgent Russell Westbrook? Bring him too. Do not bring this guy who takes off games because of its birthday, or he doesn't want to get vaccinated, or he doesn't want to do this, or he doesn't want to do that. He's a human drama case, bro. The guy stinks as a person, and I don't want anything to do with him. Give me anybody else but Kyrie Irving. Is he a great basketball player? You cannot deny that. He is absolutely 100% a fantastic basketball player when he's on the court, when his head's in the game, when he's dedicated to a team. This would be like his 15th team in 4 years, bro. He's ruined every spot he's ever gone to, and the teams that he's left have gotten better. Truth be told. Got Boston, they're in the finals. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of shit happens. When you get rid of these pieces, you get better as a team.
That's true. You're right about that, for sure.
Joe Palumbo, John Starks is considering a potential return to the Knicks. I would love that. He's my favorite Knick of all time. His jersey's in the mail right now.
Did you see that weird thing where a team, I don't know if it was Memphis or OKC or one of the teams drafted 2 players with the same name? Jalen Williams. And Jalen Williams. And then the Cavs drafted...
Another Jalen Williams?
No, they drafted Mobley's brother, Isaiah Mobley. So now there's 2 brothers that are playing on the Cavs. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty
Just
cool.
little side notes of the NBA draft.
I like.
So which of these players do you think the Knicks would be in on? There's some trade bait. De'Aaron Fox. He's like the exact. He's
anybody
better.
with a
I would
pulse.
take De'Aaron Fox
Outside of Kyrie
So
Irving.
these guys are all trying to be involved in signing trades, or most likely to be the next guys moved. Miles Turner, De'Aaron Fox, Kyrie.
But if
John Collins,
when I'm saying Collins, right? If the Knicks make a move to improve their team, then I'll say that 2022 they're not bunting on it. Think they're expecting another leap forward for a guy like RJ.
Any better as long as Randall is their best player. They're going to be exactly what they are.
Then they won't be able to move off of Randall either. That's the thing. There won't be a single team out there that wants Julius Randle on their team.
I think Randall's going to want out. He already did last year. You saw how that started.
But New York, we hear. What are we talking about?
No, Randall.
I don't think
New York. We hear
he is not he's not a star.
Exactly.
Like he is in New York.
He was just in a really good situation, and things clicked that year. And last year it didn't. And you saw what happened. He wanted out midway through the season. I guess it kind of fixed to a degree, but did it?
Why would Kyrie and KD choose to go to the Nets? Like, it wouldn't matter. Like, as a New York Knicks fan, and I think I could speak for tons of Knicks fans, they could win 3 championships in Brooklyn. It wouldn't hold the candle to winning the championship for
100% correct. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Look how they treat Latrell Sprewell.
They are forever.
They were going to the finals. Are you?
They are forever going to be. And this is no offense to how the success turns for Brooklyn. They will always be little brother, no matter what. I don't care what they do. They can win 5 straight championships.
They have a lot of these picks. While we don't know about the value of them, the Knicks could be up to something. They're setting themselves up for either free agency or a trade.
I'll tell you right now. The trade I want.
The free agency situation. I'm not going to say anything yet. You want Dame?
No, but that would be amazing.
I would
but no.
love Dame too.
You want is it one of the guys that we mentioned?
No.
Ayton?
No.
He's on the block too, though. I'll take him too.
But now I'm seeing that they're probably going to keep him now, which is all bullshit. Who the hell knows? It's NBA execs don't think that they're really serious about it.
You want to stockpile all these picks? Nobody's actually going to want these picks because they're all protected anyway. But if in the event you can stockpile 17 first-round picks that don't matter, go get me Donovan Mitchell. Go get me him.
To come here too.
Go get me him. That will get me excited as a Knicks fan. That's a superstar. You need a superstar in a team. You don't have one right now.
He's really good, but that might not be the answer either.
I'm not saying he's the answer. I'm saying that's a start.
He's at least better.
Right.
Better a build. Yeah.
Don't give me a Mitchell trade over a Brunson signing. But now that Papa Brunson's over there's no chance that he's not coming to the Knicks. So if you want to give me Brunson and Mitchell, that we're talking. So we're talking about progress. We're not talking about just punting the season away.
Keep on going into the Knicks because I have no idea what their books look like. Obviously, if they're only going to be having freed up $20 million, they're going after one guy, and they mortgage their entire draft just for the potential to get one guy. That doesn't add up to me. There's a chance that he just takes the money and stays with Dallas because they could offer him the most. Why wouldn't he do that?
And there's also a big determining factor. He's not going to like the media over here. and he's not going to like to get butchered when he goes 3 for 13 from the field.
Situation where like mostly happens when a guy is really coveted by a team, he forces a sign and trade, right? Because he wants to get the most money. So if he's going to go to the Knicks, he's going to maybe force the Knicks into a sign and trade situation. So they're going to have to give up even more to get him, probably the draft picks that they just acquired.
So, all right. So here we go. So now that I say Donovan Mitchell, and there's a conflicting chat happening right now, okay, between Scoop and AJ Bascom, both Knicks fans. AJ says, no Mitchell, right? And then Scoop's like, Mitchell's amazing. I love him. Then the analytics happen, right? And then the analytics come from AJ, like, well, he ranked this and this and this and this, right? Donovan Mitchell's a star in the league, man. You bring him to the Garden, he's going to perform. I don't care what the analytics have said. I don't care what he's done in the playoffs. I don't care. Get somebody over here to make the Knicks relevant this year. Don't give me the whole, this is building blocks time, ladies and gents. We're on PBS, and we're just going to learn how to build blocks. And we're going to keep building all these draft picks to turn them into nothing. The Knicks have already disappointed us last night by not even delivering a player, not one, right? Or one, but doesn't matter.
Round, yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is this. The Knicks haven't done anything yet. Free agency starts, I guess, soon, I would assume, right? Make a move, right? Make a move, but don't let it be just Brunson. Give me a haul. Give me that cap space. Everybody said you can't build a championship team through free agency. Just go look at the Rams, dude. You know, the NFL. You can build teams through champions through the free agency. You brought over Stafford.
It's very
you
different.
brought over this guy.
You can't. The NFL and the NBA are just vastly
What I'm
different.
saying is landing and splashing.
I mean, the Knicks can't because they haven't been able to get guys to sign there. They haven't been able to draft, but they also haven't been able to do it through free agency. You're acting like they didn't try to set themselves up the year KD was a free agent. They didn't get picked.
So then what
They're
are we
getting
doing?
left of the altar year after year in free agency. So
basically you just said this in layman's terms.
They don't know what they're doing.
There it is. Like you just said it.
No, I don't
can't do it because they draft.
I think they draft
poorly.
I think that there's
and
like
they don't have any money.
I think there's like 4 or 5 people.
Build the team.
There might be like 4 or 5 people that don't agree with you about the Knicks. I think like the Knicks really don't know what they're doing. It's been 35 years for them to draft a competent draft pick. Even like there's been guys that are solid, but there hasn't been a game-changing draft pick. Clearly, they just barely missed out on the John Morant sweepstakes. Like they've had some hard
one
luck,
pick after Curry
for sure.
I know.
Right? They've had some
they've
shitty
had
luck,
chops.
but they've also fucked up a lot and passed up on a lot of good players.
They passed on Donovan Mitchell the first time. I think.
Right. So look,
AJ's talking about I always
Murray.
butch his name, Murray, and I think that he's just too expensive right now. The Spurs, he's the Spur, right?
Dejounte Murray is Denver.
Yes. No, I think that's Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
So he's the Spurs guy. Yeah. I think he was involved in trade talks with, I want to say Atlanta, maybe with the John Collins situation, and they were not. They weren't.
I just think this. I think this. Right. I think all of my teams that I root for, all of them, the mentality has always been championship or bust, right? And that's the teams I root for. They're very lucrative. Their franchise lineage goes way back, right? So every year that these teams start, Cowboys, Yankees, Rangers, Knicks, you want them to perform. Don't try to sell me on a 5 to 7 year plan, Kyle. Don't do it. None of the Knicks fans want to hear that.
Yeah,
nobody.
Yeah, but
nobody who wants to. Oh,
there's really
listen,
no
our
other
building
way.
block started last year when we got RJ Barrett. Like,
I don't know about a 5 to 7 year plan because these guys.
That's a long fucking time to wait. Why are we waiting? Go fucking strike. You got the money.
But that's the only real way to do it.
What's the only real way?
They're going to have to build through the draft because they can't do it the other way. And I know they didn't draft a guy yesterday.
Building through the draft.
I don't agree with what they're doing, but understanding that the Knicks are failed year after year in free agency. So to just expect them to be able to just get a guy, it's not like they could come in and offer him the most money. It's not like the other sports. You know, like they can't just say, we're going to pay you the most. It's set at a certain thing. Like your team that you're on could pay you the most. And then the rest of the teams could pay you the same exact amount. You have to decide where you're going to go if it's a max deal, right? Other than that, if you're not a max player, then you're just – the Knicks are signing bad contracts. They signed Evan Fournier to a deal. They signed Kemba Walker to like when they signed them, I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
They fail year after year in free agency. They're just making bad choices. It's not like the draft. They par for the course. It's like not surprising to me.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? That you're overall talking about malpractice and incompetence for the Knicks in the draft board and room, right? Because look, you got Kyle over here saying he's banging on the drum about, well, the Warriors did this and they built this and they got Clay and Steph and Draymond and this whole nucleus through the draft. Here's what I'm here to tell you, Kyle. You want to build through the draft? Then draft somebody. They decided not to do that this year. They decided none of these players, none of them in the NBA draft are worth our time. That's bullshit.
Kyrie to the Knicks, baby. Let's go. That's all we really care about. Right?
If that happens,
that'll
just
fix
forget
everything.
Let's just forget it. That's them saying we don't give a shit about culture. We just want to sell some goddamn jerseys to the clown Knicks fans of the world that would go buy that bullshit. That's what that is.
Kyle coming in saying we don't have a roster spot. Dave, we drafted 5 guys last year. There are only 12 spots on the NBA roster.
Hey, guess what, Kyle? Guess what? Those guys you drafted last year, guess who? Guess what? They're not going to be around when you're building your building blocks, okay? They're all leaving. They're all going to skip town and not be resigned or traded or packaged or this or that. None of those guys are staying. The only one I can see staying is RJ Barrett. Why? Because he's had a trajectory where he's played better, and you just said it before, he's had better numbers in his first 3 years than Steph. Great. Do you look at, is anybody right now who has a brain and a pulse on the NBA? You don't have a dog in the race, so this is actually a good question for you. Can you look at RJ Barrett right now after 3 years in the league and say, that guy could be Steph Curry?
Can I do it? No, but it doesn't mean that he's not going to be. I'm not
Kyle
a
said
fucking
he asked you a
scout.
question yesterday, Dave, with no response. What talent has left New York?
I'm talking about not being, you know the stat, Kyle. You stop twisting my words. You know the fucking stat. The stat is when you draft somebody in the first round, they don't re-sign them. So that means they leave.
No, it's
by proxy. That means they're gone.
So I think what Kyle's saying is like they're letting bad players go. They're not losing good
Whatever.
guys.
What I'm saying is they drafted Porzingis. He's gone in 3 years. They got Ntilikina. He's gone in fucking 2 years. They got all these guys. They're gone. They're gone. So don't tell me what guys left. They're all gone. Go back to the 2017-18 draft. What guys are left? Because you drafted 5 guys last year. That's the building blocks. So now the guys
So
that
what
do,
are we exactly arguing
So now
about
the guys that don't draft, what?
Frozen.
What?
You're frozen.
Do they still hear the audio? I don't even know.
Yes. So, yeah, what are we arguing about here anyway? We all agree that the Knicks, besides you and Kyle,
What the hell?
I think we all agree that the Knicks aren't
The time's still going.
Okay.
so-
Can you reset the camera like you did yesterday or whatever? Even though there's a thing in there, sometimes it just takes that. But anyway, the conversation's going back and forth.
Kyle saying Porzingis has played 30 games since he left New York. Basically,
I don't
making-
care. What I'm
making your
saying, yeah,
point.
fine. So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're looking at this and you're saying, all right, you know what? What I meant was like turn it on, turn it off. I think I hope. No, I know, but it turned off yesterday, I believe. So I don't know. This could be a tragic event right now during a Knicks rant of the ages again, which just they fire me up more than any other team in the league, right? In the league at this point. Oh my goodness gracious.
I don't think RJ Barrett leaves.
I don't think we're even on the air. I mean, we're on the air, but
No,
I
we
don't.
are. He's answering. They're answering questions.
I know, but this is like ridiculous. Dave Rage has broken YouTube again. Yeah, see, I mean, this is like, and I don't know the solve on this one, so that's fun. I mean, I can go over there and reset. I don't know. I'm out of answers on this one. Actually, you know what? Take over. Take over while I spit. Take over.
What?
I have nothing. I have literally no more to say about the Knicks. So we're gonna talk about Aaron Judge.
Manscaped read.
So yeah, head on over to manscaped.com. Use the promo code SHOPSPORTS and receive 20% off the entire order and free shipping worldwide.
One more time.
Platinum package. Wait, so am I on the air right
Yes,
now?
you're on, yes.
All right, so the Platinum Package 4.0 comes equipped with the lawnmower, body trimmer, and weed whacker, and nose and ear hair trimmer. Feature the proprietary Academy skincare technology. Protect your delicate parts and holes. Both are waterproof, so you can shave with less mess. Head on over to manscaped.com. Use the promo code SHOPSPORTS and get free shipping worldwide. Dave, Michael Fusco.
Hi, everybody. I'm back
Yes.
with another read from Michael Fusco because I am now worried I'm going to run out of money in retirement because I'm going to spend it all on Knicks tickets to go see another team underperform. Are you worried that you're going to run out of money in retirement or how you pay for long-term health care? Will your family be okay in the future? Stop worrying. Start planning. Michael Fusco is the guy. As the president of Fusco Insurance Agency, he can work with you to create a comprehensive retirement plan. He'll explore using life insurance and annuities to help you build a more secure future so you can worry a little bit less now. Call 718-701-5787 to schedule your complimentary consultation. Guarantees and protections are subject to the claims paying ability of the issuing company. Some insurance policies are not available in all states.
Bailey with the comment of the year.
What's that?
Dave's piece of shit internet calmed them down. That was dope.
Son of a bitch. Anyway,
Yeah, we needed. I feel like we needed the intermission. It was like flying off the handle.
you know
I
what
was
we
like,
need?
bro, I just sat through this conversation last night.
I know, but you know what we need? We need one of those like those standby
And
things,
like,
you know, like standby.
I think the
Standby.
problem is- I think the problem is that like
Wait, do we have a beep button?
Yeah, the first one. The curse button. Where's the curse button?
I don't know.
It's on
I'm
here
not. I'm
somewhere.
I'm
Anyway, it
done
doesn't matter.
speaking for the time being. I'm getting.
We're back. So anyway, So there was actually positivity last night, as a matter of fact. There was. And it was the epic comeback of our beloved New York Yankees. So last night, the hang in there kitty graphic. I need that. I need that right behind me. I'm sure Artie can make that happen. Anyway, so the Yankees last night, when all hope was looking like a little doom and gloom. And when I say that, Twitter was absolutely, and I said this to Toast like early in the game, Twitter was annihilating Jameson Taillon right off the rip. And they're like, oh, he doesn't have it. Get him out. This is what happens when they face the Astros. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, it was the second inning. And I was like, hey, can we, what happened to the hashtag no quit in New York, right? Or hashtag rep BX and here come the fighting fucking Yankees. Guess what? Calm down. I'm here to tell you. I know this is going to sound ridiculous. Me telling you to calm down because this team doesn't fucking quit. And we got to the ninth, right? And lo and behold, who's the hero again? Somehow, some way.
And saying all the Yankee fans are talking shit about Hicks a month ago. It's like, yeah, he was batting 160. You want us to fucking cheer for the guy batting 160? And
yeah, where were you when he was batting 160?
A couple game winners, of course, we're on board. But the thing is, nobody cares about it except you somehow. But anyway, I'm sure he's watching. Since we're pouring it all out today and just getting it all off our chest, yeah, Kenny Levine, enough is enough.
You know what, though? That goes to show you that Mets fans can't even, I think he's a Mets fan. I don't even know at this point. Mets fans or any other fan of any team or Yankee hater have you, right? And I don't like using the word hater, except if we're talking about hater fantasy sports. But I will say this. Every person that doesn't like the Yankees are always like, oh, you didn't like them when they were losing. Well, first of all, they were never losing. Second of all, if a couple guys are batting like shit, then we have all the rights in the world.
Are you talking about this year's Yankees?
Yes.
Oh, all right, yeah. Well, I hated them week one. There's like actual footage of me saying like I want Boone gone. It was they lost to the Baltimore. They lost to the Baltimore series at home, and I was off the Yankees. I said this team sucks. They need to figure it out. The Mets are our big brother.
AJ coming in with another comment of the day. Jimmy has sports takes of a guy that still reads the paper, wakes up at 5 a.m. to watch reruns of the season finale of I Love Lucy. Not wrong. You're not wrong, AJ. But look, Hicks is the hero last night. He at least ties it. Unbelievable scene in New York. It became a jungle over like in a nanosecond again. They come back and score 4 runs in the ninth. Judge, first of all, there's a couple of things that we get up into this. Gallo, I will look. I said it last night on Twitter. I said if Gallo goes yard here, I'm gonna buy his t-shirt jersey, wear it on the show, and never talk shit about him again. Clearly, I wasn't thinking clearly because I had a rough night with the Knicks already. He struck out in 3 pitches. Like he just, and I'm just like, dude, are you even trying to hit the ball at this point? I don't even know. Like that is the goal, right? So anyway, he strikes out swinging. He stinks. I mean, that's clear. That's clear and apparent. Everybody knows that. What?
Just the way you say it. Like,
yeah, I mean, he does.
He stinks.
Before you even blink, the at bat is over. You know what I mean? Like, and there weren't even hard. There was just fastballs, upstairs fastballs. But anyway, then I'm looking at Gleyber Torres on the hit and run, or no, a stolen base. He's trying to get in the scoring position. A lot of people are like, well, why are you sending him? You know, he's your winning run. And I'm like, well, no, you get him in position to be the winning run. He could be sitting on first and it would be nothing.
Maybe they didn't send him. Maybe he just went.
No. There was a stolen base attempt, right?
No, but that doesn't mean that they sent him. Like major league players sometimes are just allowed to steal.
I'm sorry, what? Really?
Yeah.
What?
Say it again.
What?
Say it again. I wasn't.
So you're telling me that the first base coach isn't saying like, hey, look, he's going to probably go home on this one. So this is the perfect opportunity. Go. You think these guys are stealing on their own?
So wait, what?
So.
What? Am I that old school?
So you think that there's like some old white guy that's probably stolen 3 bases never, right? Ever in his entire life, right? Some is like telling Ricky Henderson when to steal. Go. Like, no, Ricky Henderson's reading the pitcher and he's going when he wants.
I'm sorry, it wasn't.
There's definitely guys that have the green light.
A lot of guys just decide to go.
Anyway, I don't feel like that. But anyway, it was safe.
It's not a matter of like that's not a debate. It's a fact. Guys decide when they want to go sometimes. Like sometimes it's a call. They'll be like, you go on this. We're going to send you. Go when you want. Try to steal. But sometimes guys just get a read and they go. In that situation.
I find that hard to believe.
In
a game of analytics.
In that situation, it's probably likely that it was set up. Because like in the ninth, you know.
They're trying to move him over.
But guys decide to steal all the time, and it's like not even
even in today's game with it's analytically out the asshole. Like where people's percentages and this, that, and the third, and this guy 100%. Has 3.4 stealing percentage against a guy 100%.
So you really think that there's like a guy whispering like, go. When the guy steals?
I'm telling you that like, every time's a pitch. Every time you see the guy. All right, so if I'm leading.
Are you going to lead?
I'm leading, right?
Okay.
You're out. You're already picked off.
No, I'm not pitching. I'm leading,
you're out.
right? What?
You're out.
Pitcher's looking at him.
Okay, here you go. I'm pitching. Okay. Oh, all right. Pitch. I didn't go. I go like this. Back to my guy. I go right back to the coach to say, what should I do next? Every single pitch, they go back to the first base coach. Do they? They had the stream. How about that?
There you go. Now you're in. Facts. Go. Back
Unbelievable.
To work. Go.
Unbelievable what's going on today. It's like they don't want us to succeed today.
Like two of them.
Helicopters outside?
Yeah.
I need helicopters. What movie is that? Oh shit. We're still not over here. But anyway, we're over here.
Good. Yeah. Back to
my God, what a day. What a day, huh?
I'm just turn that off.
Sorry about the Dave has broken the space-time continuum. I have done it all. I can't even.
You've had a big day. Somebody else is having a big day today too. Aaron Judge. So the arbitration is today. It is Judgment Day. I was on me. That's a good one, though.
How about Aaron Judge looking over at the arbiter like, bro, they're not allowed to use this year's stats, but
nobody even sees.
But we all know. Yeah, then nobody could see me.
No, you could see. You could see.
Again, I'm worried about that one over there, but that's the live stream that computer is getting. So I don't know. Over here, I'm good. So I don't know if anybody can tell us that if you could see us at this moment.
I'm out of the stream entirely.
Okay. There we go. We're over there. We're over there again. Blah, blah, blah.
All right. So Judge goes
listen, Kyle, we can't give you the link to call in today because we are not set up for calls anymore until we get earpieces. Because we saw what happened with Mr. Melanoma himself, and that was an echo. So, yeah, I called him Mr. Melanoma. I did. Johnny Bench. Get out of here with that shit. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so Judgment Day. Today is the hearing, and everybody is kind of wondering, what number will be decided on, and that the numbers are simple: 17 million from the Yankees or 21 million from the arbiter or from Judge's camp, right? Clearly, and what Rob told me that Buster only said is that you cannot base the decision on this year, which again, if I'm Mr. Arbiter, I'm not sitting there saying, all right, I guess I won't factor that in. No, it's not even a thing. Whether it be a rule or not, it's still not a thing to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he knows what kind of season he's having. You can't put that out of your mind. This is the kind of season
they have to. And it's like the same thing when the jury is watching the Johnny Depp case. Yeah, like, you can't factor things in, but like you're expecting them to not be human beings, and like some people I guess can do that. I don't know. I hopefully for Aaron Judge's case, this arbiter can't do that, and he actually does factor. I don't know. I think it's one guy. Yeah,
just one guy or girl, whoever. It's just one person that decides based off of everything that was before this year. Which again, I don't believe that for a second. You're not gonna sit there like. The arbiter's probably at home watching the Yankee game, scratching his nuts, and then he sees Judge hit a walk-off. He's like, man, tomorrow's going to be easy.
It's like, it's not even about it. There's a chance. What if he loses? Then what would you say? It's like,
I'm telling you right now.
Buster only thinks he's going to lose.
If he loses arbitration, he thinks he's going to lose, then he's probably going to lose.
If he loses arbitration, he is no longer a Yankee next year. I'm telling you right now. I don't care happen.
I don't think
is
it
the
factors
determining
in-
factor. If he gets the money that he's deserved, that's going to also inkling to the Yankees. It's going to say he deserves this money. He just won arbitration. Now you really got to
Can
pony
we
up.
offer him
You're putting absolutism again on
Absolute
something.
eyewearism.
So you're going to put something on it where it's like, okay, if what happens when free agency starts and the Yankees offer him the most money, then you still think there's no chance? You know what I mean? Like there's going to be factors that at play in that moment that the arbitration that took place today has no bearing on. Like Aaron Judge isn't deciding today whether he's going to be a Yankee forever or not. I still think there's a better chance he signs with someone else than he actually stays.
And that's
at this point.
very, very.
But I don't think today has any bearing on.
All right, I'm going to give you this, Kyle. I'll explain it to you in breakdown terms for everybody to understand. Even sometimes I have to remind myself what it means. So he had 1 year left on his deal. So he now goes to arbitration to determine that number, right? This is his arbitration year.
No. It's not your arbitration year. You get arbitration every year that you're not a free agent. So in year, like right now, Soto hit arbitration and got paid a big deal. It's like if you're underpaid, you could request money in arbitration, and then the Yankees or the team will then say, no, we think you should get this. Every year, the reason why Soto didn't take his deal is because he's still under arbitration for the next 3 years, and he's going to win every year. He's going to get 18 million, 18 million, 18 million.
Fine. So be that as it may, this is another arbitration year for Aaron Judge. The Yankees have an opportunity to offer him X amount. The Judge camp can say, we want this amount. The arbiter comes in there and says, the Yankees are in the right here. You are now getting the Yankees amount. Or he says, you know what? Judge is a stud. He's going to get this amount. It's a win and lose. There's no tie. There's none of that shit. Next year, it's over. Free agency has approached Aaron Judge.
They could decide a number. The arbiter could pick a number in between based on both cases. So it wouldn't be a tie. But he could just
the tie would be 19. The tie would be 19.
Well, that would be if he decides to go down the middle. If he picks 20, right, and he does his
then
math,
that's a win for Judge.
It's a win for Judge.
If he gets 18,
but he's not,
that's a
he's
loss
still
for
not
Judge and a
what
win
he's
for the
asking
Yankees.
for. I'm not sure. You know, I think that Aaron Judge should get it based on everything that we're seeing now. But if they're not allowed to factor it in and they're saying he's going to lose, then we'll see. I think that'll be a travesty. I don't think it'll have a bearing on whether he signs or not, but I do think it could affect it negatively for sure. Because when you go into arbitration, you hear the disparaging things that the ball club is arguing against you. It's not just a numbers thing. It's an injury
imagine
risk
the
thing.
Yankees walking in today and be like,
it creates just tension.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like these tension-filled episodes, right? They cause the friction and they cause this
Is that
shit.
what this episode is called?
Yeah.
The tension, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Tension-filled
been a day.
Friday.
You remember that time? I woke up today saying, you know what? It's a feel good Friday. It's a feel good Friday.
I feel like
you
shit
feel like
to
shit.
begin with.
I'm pissed off. The
I
Knicks
could
suck.
sound like shit.
It's one of those days. I don't like going down the detrimental road, and I'm very optimistic. The Yankees are still kicking the shit out. I mean, they just beat Houston, right? If you could split this series, I'm calling that a win, right? And they've actually are 3 wins away from tying their all-time best home winning streak. Right now, they've won 15 straight home games. They win 3 more home games, which means that they have sweep the Astros. They would tie their all-time best home streak ever.
You know when the first
in franchise history, and they've been around since 1796.
When the streak started? Hold on.
Yeah, 15 games ago.
Obviously.
15 home games ago. I don't know. No, you know when it started? I'll tell you when it started. It started when we lost to Baltimore, and then we won. Like the next one. And then we haven't looked back. Baltimore. It was a Baltimore game. We lost to Baltimore.
Not the series, not the series in the first week or 2
No.
weeks of the season. It's not
The
been
most
that
recent.
Yeah.
One more arbitration question coming from Kyle. What does it matter? If Judge makes 17 or Judge makes 35, there's no salary cap. It's only 1 year. What does it matter? I get and hindsight.
That's very good. That's
a good
the
question.
whole point. That's the whole point. Like, what are the Yankees really fucking clinging to here for $4 million? You're pissing off the guy. Like you plan on signing him forever. And that is the other reason why it's a low ball. I've said this over and over. You have when the Yankees gave him the offer, in the offer that they built in on the long-term deal, in year one, it was 17 million. So they still were like, we're not even going to give you the 21 that you want in arbitration for this year. You're still going to get the.
And this would all be in back
pay,
pay, by the way. This would all be in back pay. So whatever he's making per game or the week checks that these guys get, if he wins arbitration and they owe him money, he'll get that right away. He'll get whatever they owe him right away. Because right now he's making 17 technically. So for the first 4 months of the season, or April, May, June, July, whatever, 3 months of the season, you'll get the difference back right away if it rules in your favor. And then the rest of the year, your weekly paychecks are divided up between 21 million.
So who do you think Aaron Judge will play for next year? Giants,
the Giants,
or Dodgers?
That's my guess. The Dodgers don't even have room for him.
I don't think Judge is going to do the Mets thing, even if he leaves, because I think that there's going to be a team that offers him just as much money as the Mets do, and I don't think that it would be I don't think he's going for that look. He's a West Coast guy. He's not going to just switch to the Mets when he was a Yankee. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't care how much. I don't care how much money
Uncle
Steve comes out of pocket. Apparently, there's now rumors about Shohei Ohtani going to the Mets. You said it yesterday, Gooch, in passing in conversation. You said, get used to it. Any name that comes up going forward, as long as Steve Cohen is the owner, the Mets are going to be in on. The Mets are in on. That's it. Like, there's no more dog days of past.
Castillo, the Mets are involved in the Castillo sweepstakes now. Of course they are. Did anybody expect them to not be? At the very least, what it's going to do, it's going to drive the price up for other contenders. So if the Dodgers know the Mets are in, then they're going to be giving up more, and then it makes them worse. That's the whole name of the game at the top.
Yeah.
Everybody with money's got to be involved to drive the price up. And then, but at the same time, when you get involved, you change the market. So there is a little bit of a give and take there.
Is AJ coming in as like a former Yankee fan almost? You know, like, oh, he's going to pay him what he deserves. Yeah, the Yankees used to do that to everybody and then overpay, right? The Yankees right now are looking at this Aaron Judge deal, and they don't want to get strapped like they got strapped with A-Rod.
The Yankees don't know what they're doing with the Aaron Judge deal. They fucked up. They have to just own that and really just pony the fuck up and actually now sign a bad deal to make up for the bad decisions that they've made up to this point. What are they saving $4 million for? You're pissing off the face of the league almost for $4 million. What do we, like that's more egregious than anything that I'm hearing about. Knicks, basketball, any of that. Like the Yankees are pinching $4 million from Aaron Judge and potentially going to lose him. Did anybody think Freddie Freeman would leave?
No way.
Right? Not even all season. Braves fans, they won the World Series, bro. You know what I mean? Like Freddie Freeman wins the World Series and left.
That's baseball, baby. I've been saying that a lot last 2 days because of that. But that's what it is. And it stinks because, Aaron Judge is an all-world player. He's the face of baseball, not named Ohtani. You know what I mean? Like, this kid is something special. You tell him in his post-game yesterday. He gets the walk-off hit, and he's like, there's no better place to do it. There's no better place. There's no better play. I know for a fact he wants to die a Yankee. You know what I'm saying? Retire a Yankee. He doesn't want to go anywhere, I don't think.
I don't think he wants to leave either.
Come out here and try to play ball with him.
I don't think Judge likes the business side of it, but it doesn't mean that not liking it means that you're not going to do bad business for yourself. Like, he still has agents. He still has guys that are paying good money to do the business side for him. He doesn't want to deal with the questions, and that's what he's talking about. But I don't think Judge is going to do bad business for himself. The Yankees better pay him the most. Otherwise, he's going somewhere else.
Do you think he thinks of himself as like the modern day Derek Jeter over there?
Yeah.
And maybe he's disappointed.
He might not think of himself like that. He might not have.
There was beef with Jeter too. There was contract beef with Jeter too.
But he's not a good deal.
Like this,
Jeter's deal was massive, and it was good.
Can we just also explain the difference in the media now?
Okay,
yes, there was. There was definitely there was a negotiation with Jeter as well. That's just how it went. No doubt about it. I don't think that Aaron Judge is looking at himself as the next Jeter. I think he's looking at what he's doing and being like, well, maybe I'm even better than Jeter in terms of what his numbers are, power, other things. Jeter,
I mean, like Yankee captain wise.
Yeah, which is why when you don't give a discount to somebody, because you should be like, look, because of that, like, why am I going to give? If you expect me to take less money, like, you should pay me what the Dodgers are willing to pay me.
Yeah, that's
why am I going to give you the discount? It's almost like, oh, you're not willing to pay me. That's where it starts to build the resentment. Where I'm like, I thought you valued me as much as anybody else would. Oh, you don't? The Dodgers want me a little bit more. You want me to give you a hometown discount? Why?
This just happened.
They're not giving a discount to anybody else.
In recent years with Robinson Cano, they looked at Cano as if he was the future stud of the Yankees, second baseman, smooth, right?
You can't compare
what a
him.
Swing. No. It can compare.
No, you can't, because people hated Cano's laziness. Like a large faction, nobody was talking about Cano as being the captain. Aaron Judge,
because Jeter was still there.
I understand, but point being is, like, Aaron Judge, Jeter isn't there, so like that guy isn't present. Cano, he was lazy. People looked at him like that, like a Sanchez. A lot of the same people that didn't like Sanchez liked Cano, but in terms of the long-term deal at the age that he's at, that's why Judge isn't getting a 10-year deal. You know, I think
at this point you can't get a 10-year deal. Nobody's going to pay you until you're 40. 40.
Cano got a 10-year deal.
Well, that was
30.
I don't know if he was 30. Then that means he's playing this year at the age of 42. No.
How old is Cano?
He's not 42.
I mean, I don't think he's 42, but did you just do the quick math, or we could be a little off? He could be 39. I think Cano's up there.
Fine, but hold on.
Robinson, 39.
All right, so he's 39. So he's been playing for the Mets or suspended from the Mets for 2 years. So they gave him a 10-year contract at the age of 27. That's what it was. Yes. If he's 39 now, he's been playing for the Mets and or not playing for the Mets because of a suspension year.
You're doing the math the other way. So you're telling me if he's a 10-year deal, which hasn't actually expired yet, he got bought out, right? So he would have signed it at the very earliest, or would be 29, not 27.
I'll find out.
Yeah. When did Cano sign? Mariners, 2013. So that's 9 years ago.
2014.
9 years ago. He's 39. He signed it at 30 with a 10. I hate that. I just want to go home now.
At the end of this episode, that was probably the worst thing that could have ever happened to Dave in the whole world. Was him get his math was like
my math was completely wrong, and this guy was completely on the money. I can't wait till the cheerleaders show up. I knew it.
I don't even have my
thank God.
Jimmy's
my computer
saying
open.
Stanton is a bargain now. Judge will be a bargain in 4 years. True? Not true?
Jimmy, I'm proud of you, buddy. You turned the corner. This was not what Jimmy was saying.
Well,
Judge
Jimmy also said
up.
Yankees, you become immortal. If you go to Giants, you're just another great player.
That's not true.
That's not true. Like I understand that the arrogance of some Yankee
Bonds
fans,
was one of the greatest hitters
but
ever.
like Willie Mays was a Giant. The Giants right now are a dynasty for the last 20 years. Look how many wins the Giants have. Look how many World Series. Nobody realizes how good, how dominant the Giants have been.
See, Jimmy does make me laugh sometimes. The arbitration hearing is actually live right now. And the guy just asked Judge if he could figure out what channel the Yankees are on tonight. See, that's funny. Jimmy has a couple little, like nice biting curveballs. Anyway, that's Judge. Anyway, we were going to talk about Arch Manning today, but now I don't really give a shit.
Yeah,
no, we're going to get heavy into football on Monday again.
His wide receiver went there too, though.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Another Manning in football. Great. 4 years. There's going to be another guy to beat the Cowboys.
The best one, I guarantee it.
Arch Manning, you think is going to be the best Manning?
Not even a fucking shot.
Are you kidding
He's going to be better than Peyton?
Get the fuck out of here,
we'll
find out.
I'll never predict an 18-year-old kid to be better than Peyton Manning was at quarterback. I need to see way more.
We're going to see it.
Way more.
He's playing in the...
he hasn't even taken a snap in college yet. You're telling me he's going to be better than Peyton Manning?
We're
going to find out, ain't we?
Top 5.
Come see me in 15 years, dog. All right, we will.
But if he's a Cowboy, they will be doing jumping jacks off the desk.
I mean, I'll take him.
I mean,
I'll take the potential, no doubt.
Listen.
2 years.
Listen.
It could happen for both of you.
Look, can we
Oh,
just
my God.
First of all,
God.
No, the
I
Packers
would never live in a world where Arch Manning becomes the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. I couldn't do it. There's no way.
And he's in Texas.
Because then all of a sudden, within this first 2 snaps of the first preseason game, like, I told you Arch was going to be the best one out of all the Mannings.
No.
He's going to get that mentality. That's coming.
You got it all twisted right now. 100%. I'm not co-signing that Arch Manning is going to be better than Peyton Manning. Not now, not in 2 weeks, not in week 2 of when he's a Packer. Not going to do it.
Yeah, at least you admitted
until
that
I see an MVP or two. Like then we could start talking. But come on, bro, Peyton fucking Manning. I don't give a fuck what. Eli was supposed to be better than Peyton too.
No way.
Yes way.
Arch has listen. JoJo's got the thing I'm thinking about. Arch has Jerry Jones written all over him. Listen, Dak Prescott's now in his 30s. He already signed the big deal. In 3 years, when Arch Manning's like, I need more competition, I'm going to the SEC. Kyle says he's going to get murdered. But like, I would say that the Cowboys are going to be in the market for a quarterback within the next 5 years. So let's see. You're telling me Dak's going to go even farther than 5 years? You're going to be in the market for a backup.
Bro, we're talking about the best quarterback in history of the world. He's going to go 1, right? He's better than Peyton Manning.
So maybe Dak Prescott, knock on wood, gets hurt in his final year. They go 2-14, 15. Some bad thing happens, and the Yankees, the Cowboys are finding themselves in the first round saying, we need a quarterback in the future.
Wait.
Arch Manning.
Hold on. You think Dak getting hurt would be that? You think Dak is that good where him
I watched
getting
the season he got hurt.
Him
And
getting hurt, did they get the first pick?
No, they had the 7th.
Well, then they ain't getting Arch Manning.
Listen, we know how the Mannings act, bro. They don't want to play in San Diego.
Daniel Jones went 7th or
They don't
6th.
want-
What pick did we have after that year? We wound up with CeeDee Lamb. Oh, that was 17th, and I ain't right. But it might have been right because we almost won the division at 6-10 that year. That was ridiculous.
Listen,
I forget. Well, who did we turn that into? Why am I drawing a blank here?
It's gonna be an interesting year.
CeeDee Lamb was 17.
So
Year before. Why, JoJo, help me out. Why can't I think of the year after Dak got hurt? He came back. They drafted. Who the fuck did they draft? It wasn't Parsons. That was last year. Or was it Parsons? Maybe that's why we had the 11th pick. No. Why am I? Oh, this is bad, bro. I never blank on the Cowboys, man. That's.
I think it's the coffee.
Micah Parsons, man. He's saying Micah. He got hurt in 2020. They drafted 2021. It was the 11th pick in the draft. You know what? You're right. It was Micah Parsons. So there you go. But the year before that, they had CeeDee Lamb. No. I don't know. I'm losing my mind here. It's Friday. I've lost it. I've lost all. Just my mind is in the tank right now. But guess what? There is light at the end of the tunnel. And when I say light, I'm talking about the party on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Big sun's going to be out. Big sunshine. It's going to be tremendous. Tremendous sun. It's going to be tremendous. Anyway, it's going to be 92 and sunny.
Pulling out all the stops today, are we?
At this point, fuck it. I'm just.
in 2021 they took Parsons, so that he got hurt in 2020.
Yeah, so they were that high. So they weren't as high the year before that, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah," because CeeDee Lamb was with Andy Dalton.
Picked 10th,
and they got Parsons. Well, they traded back one pick with the Eagles and still got Parsons.
Yeah,
Giants are gonna soar on that one. Anyway, so come to the party. If you're in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, who cares? Make the trip. Come on out to the Chop Sports first annual barbecue. Goes down this Sunday. Also, special shout out to the guys at Hater Fantasy Sports. Special shout out to the guys over at Dat Chat. Special shout out to the guys over at SteveAspar.com, which is just him. Speaking of Steve Aspar, we got to talk to you. We're gonna ramp things up coming up in the summer. We're changing a couple things over at Chop Sports. We're very excited about it. Based off of yesterday's hard work, where Chris just once again goes in on every single aspect of his office, turns it upside down. I came in, there was a green screen hanging. I was like, what am I doing? What's happening here? But there's a lot of cool shit happening. Check out chopsportsmedia.com. For now, it's the way it looks, but it will be changing very soon. And like this video. Wrap it up.
wrap it up. Wrap it
Agreed.
up. Don't really understand. Are you bringing cleats Sunday?
I was like Ron Burgundy, bro. I read off the paper. It says wrap up.
I mean, I think it works. I think we should wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I think it's it.
Good night, folks.
Chris Sturch and Gooch and Rob. Hopefully we'll see you Sunday, guys. It's going to be a good time. Let's drink. Let's rage. Let's have a party. I'm not going to have any coffee on
Are
that
you
day.
bringing cleats?
What? We're bringing cleats? What is happening?
I'm not going to be.
What are we doing here? What?
Cleats.
Well, we're going to have races?
I thought
we're going to find out how fast you are
I'm
again.
not going to be the only one without cleats. If you're bringing cleats.
Oh my God.
Are we not playing competitions? We're not playing
No,
football.
we're playing, but all right.
This guy's going to be playing QB54 in cleats. It's a game that nobody moves, but he's going to be wearing cleats anyway. Can you do me a favor, Rob?
Yeah.
Also, can you also wear eye black?
It's sunny. See why not? I have gloves too, bro. I want to win. I don't know about you. My kids are going to be there, bro.
AJ Pascone, if you bring cleats, I'm going to shit on you.
Chris, are you going to bring cleats?
If
I bring cleats, I'm going to be the one probably shitting on everybody.
See, I'm wearing cleats.
And I mean, like,
what
on
is
the field.
happening here? I'm wearing fucking sandals.
Bro, I have to. People are going to have football, and this kid talks so much shit. How great he is at covering people, and
so
nobody can cover him.
You know, like a kissing booth where you just sign up to do it. Everybody's going to get covered by Gooch, or Gooch is going to burn you.
So much shit. People talk shit, and I defend myself. This is the story of my life. I'm not out here talking.
Oh, here we go.
Shit.
I've been doing this.
You've
doing this for 40 years,
you
man.
talk shit, and then what I say is, I'll just go do it. I just say, like, I don't want to talk. We'll find out. Let's just go do it.
I said I'm wearing sandals.
Me too. I just said that. I'm wearing fucking sandals. QB54, cornhole, and what? Nothing else? Like,
we're not throwing a football around?
You can't throw a football around in sandals?
No, I want to play football.
No, I need
Look,
my,
I'm not worried
my
about what
shoulder
anybody else
pads.
is
I need
doing.
my helmet.
I don't give a fuck what anybody else is doing. I'm not saying I'm bringing my cleats.
Bro, when I tell you that'll be the most embarrassing thing we've ever seen ever.
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't give a
what
fuck.
anybody says. So
That is
so
he's
definitely bringing cleats before I said something.
1,000% bringing cleats.
Rob, you're not right. I promise you. I 100% didn't even think about it until you said something.
But
And
you're
I
like, good
said,
idea, right?
but if you're bringing yours and you think that we're gonna play each other in football,
Like,
I'm not letting you be the only
Oh
one.
my god.
That's it. So will they be there? They might. Will I wear them? I don't know.
Bro, can you? Oh my god.
Definitely. I'm like, no,
It's gonna be hilarious,
I
bro.
will 100%.
Oh my god, this party's gonna be epic. If you're not there, you're gonna miss out on all this fun coming up this Sunday. It's gonna blow away the beach bash that Michael K is throwing. It's gonna blow away anything that any of these major networks are doing. We're putting on a massive barbecue, and Chris Gucci will be wearing cleats for every event. It is gonna be unbelievably funny.
Rob's wearing cleats for every event.
And you know what? The minute Rob brings out his cleats, Gucci gonna be like,
No.
put me in. Let's go. Like that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's
I
gonna
don't
be,
think
bro.
that I've ever reacted that way to anything in my entire
That's
life.
not
Like,
true.
You've
I've
never
seen you
even
do
heard
that.
me scream. I don't think once.
I've seen you react. I've seen you react positively. That's a positive reaction. It's an overreaction, but it's a positive.
I don't think that. I don't think that Rob is going to be much.
Let's wear cleats and play football. What the fuck? I'm 33 years old. Kyle,
You
that's
just
Kyle.
said
It's Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
Don't you fucking play sports when you get older? I don't softball.
Yeah, like,
No,
like,
I
basketball.
do. But at a company
Like,
barbecue,
How about this?
Yeah,
Laugh
man,
all
what
you
the
want.
fuck? What's
Let's
a
not
sports?
play football. I think that's fucking worse.
It's
Right?
a
Like, I'd
sport.
rather
But
just.
wait.
I don't give a fuck if
You're
you think that I'm
confusing.
fucking
You're
corny because I
confusing.
want
You're
to play
confusing
football.
throwing the football around to actively competing like it's a pickup game, like you got to perform.
I've never
It's a-
competed once
no.
in my life. I've competed, and I've definitely.
Did I say competitive?
Yeah.
Forget it. I quit.
Good night.
It's a barbecue, guys.
We'll
it's a
see you guys
barbecue.
there. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. If I bring my cleats or I don't, it doesn't really matter. Nobody's gonna cover me regardless. We end that.
There'll be cameras, right?
There'll be plenty of
Okay,
cameras,
thank
plenty
you.
of footage going down this Sunday. Thank you guys for watching. Please like the video if you like what you see, which is every day. Some sort of bullshit goes down. But thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Sunday. Oh my God. The fucking cleat.